Good riddance.
Hey guys, this is Black from the Razor Shark Fins. At the time of this recording, we are almost a whole month into 2019, and there are some things that should be addressed. For those who haven't been keeping up with us on Twitter, you probably don't know how 2018's been for us, so I figured I'd tell you all what's going on and what we hope to do in 2019 to keep this from repeating certain events. So, for those who don't know, 2018 was a nightmare for us. It was a horrible year. Horrible for me, for Blogan, for our family members, and for people we know in our personal lives, and for even people we know online. Which really sucks, because 2017 was also a crummy year, and I remember at the end of 2017, we had plans to make 2018 not as bad, but the whole thing just blew up in our face, and 2018 ended up into a much worse year. So, as I said, 2017 was a crummy year, with the FCC trying to overrun net neutrality and all that, and just real-life things happening. And we were facing a bit of emotional moments, but even still, 2017 had some upsides. We had a huge anime watching event going on, Blogan and I, and we upgraded our quality, which we were looking forward to, and it really helped us. But we didn't have as many good changes in 2018 as we did in 2017. Our first 2018 problem was when we invited Danny Martian to take part in a musical collab we had planned for New Year's Eve, and there were many problems on our side. Around the beginning of 2018, for the first few months, we were much busier than we were expecting in terms of schoolwork, and there were just other emotional things that occurred, such as in February, our great uncle died of cancer. And when we did have the time to work on this cover, we were extremely flustered. This was something we haven't done before. I mean, merging audio together, we've done that, but it was just 2 tracks, Blogan and I, and a video we did for reactions, That was easy. We knew how to do that, but to merge 3 pieces of audio together, that was a bit more difficult. We weren't so used to that, and we were trying to figure it out. And we were trying to explain to Danny our issues, our confusions, and other obstacles we were facing, but he didn't believe us. And then, around the end of spring, we finally got the video around, and we ended up removing it because it turned out not as good as we would have expected. Danny didn't like it, we were embarrassed by it, so we removed it. And because of this, we're not going to do Shark Fins covers again for a long time. We don't want to repeat the events that happened between Danny and us. We have nothing against him. In fact, we actually thank him for his patience, but we don't want to get on anyone's bad side to repeat this event. But that's only the beginning of how bad this year turned out for us. I will say, though, that there were some upsides to 2018. I got my first job in March, which helped out financially a little bit. Gravity Falls came out on DVD, which I was hoping for years. For those who don't know, I love Gravity Falls. It's my favorite all-time cartoon. And Blogan was able to help me out with a problem that's been plaguing me for many years. Those who don't know, I used to have a big interest in mind control in cartoons. I would freak out when I saw it, and Blogan always felt awkward around it. Then, by summer, he showed me the Despair of Danganronpa, and that event changed my life. Now, when I see mind control, I feel extremely nervous. I don't feel the joy that I used to feel. It changed me, and I wish I would have known about this for years. This was the therapy that I needed. And so, as the year went around, we had more ups and downs in spring. Spring is, I always look forward to spring. It's my favorite time of year, as things are usually the happiest around spring. The weather's nice. Good memories can occur there. For example, the job I got, which I explained. And on top of that, we got word that Elton John was going to have a concert in Philadelphia, which is really close to where we live, and we figured this could really help bring the year up. Of course, as summer rolled around, things got pretty bad. My job got a bit more stressful, and we found out that there have been raccoons that have found their way into our attic. They've been trying to break out at night, and we always had to hit the ceiling to keep them in there. And for those who don't know, we're also a bit of a poor family, so we can't really afford any high-tech exterminators. So we're trying to find someone we can afford. As the time went by, I was always hoping things would get better. I always said to myself, there's still time for things to get better, and at least there's still the Elton John concert to look forward to. But then September rolled around, and at that time, things have gone bad to worse. And as time went on, they were going to get even worse from there. The first problem was that our dad got fired from his job. For the longest time, that's been helping us financially. But because of this, things really went downhill quickly. The only people who were working at the time were my mom and me. I was trying to help out I can financially, and I also paid for my classes for the fall semester. But due to the fact that this took a lot out of my bank account, I ended up having to miss Elton John's concert, which really brought me down a lot emotionally. And as fall went on, things got worse from there. We have this aunt who used to have a lot of cats, but most of them got taken by the government. And this really upset her a lot. She got very emotional. We tried to call her sometimes to comfort her, but she would just end up bawling her eyes out. And she even canceled her visit. She was going to visit us for Thanksgiving, but she canceled that due to her emotions. And then there was that time I cracked my elbow and had to be rushed over to the hospital. But unfortunately, the hospital couldn't take my insurance, so I had to get it changed. Then December rolled around, and things got even worse from there. As we found out there has been a hole that formed in our roof, and squirrels got in the attic as well. So we got word from an inspector that we'll have to try and fix that. And if things weren't bad enough from there, we even got word that our water heater has died on us. So we can't get hot water. So if we were to have decent showers, we'd have to boil our own water. And because of this, Logan has moved out of our house. So he's not living with us now, and he says that he'll come back when we're able to fix the problem. A few weeks ago, we were able to find a company that could grant us a fund to afford a new water heater. Unfortunately, due to the government shutdown, they're unable to help us. But thankfully, we got word that the government shutdown has ended. So that's some good news from Trump there. Can't believe I just said there. Using good news and Trump in the same sentence. I never thought that would happen. So, around the end of 2018 into the beginning of 2019, I've been emotionally forced down harder than I have throughout any other year. The events of 2018 have left me in a stage of depression. I had plans to make solo videos, but I never had the motivation to actually do them. I can say for a fact that this has been the worst year we've been through. Not the worst year of the Shark Prince timeline, not the worst year of the decade, but the worst year of our lives. I can't imagine any future year being as bad, or as even worse, than we have gone through in 2018. Well, actually I can, but I hope to God we never face a year like that for a very long time. So now that brings us to 2019. What's going on now? Unfortunately, not much has changed. Logan's still gone, and Dad's looking for a new job. Mom and I are still the only ones working, and things aren't looking so great at my job, and I got blamed for something that I didn't even do, which got me very nervous. I hope that I don't get fired from this. I try my best to keep everyone satisfied, and I just hope that everything can turn out better from where we are now. Because of all this, we're going to be on hiatus, not uploading as frequently as we used to. Well, then again, we haven't uploaded much in 2018 anyway. We expect our next video to be a birthday special. For those who haven't heard, my 21st birthday is coming up, February 15th. We're hoping to do something for that, like, I don't know, some kind of drinking thing or whatever. If you have any ideas, you can tell us in the comments below. If you're thinking of doing like some kind of drinking game, video game, whatever, let's play. So, we hope to hear from you guys again, whenever. Maybe for my birthday, or whenever we can get these problems taken care of. I also have plans to go back to my old channel and try to bring that back to life, because apparently that's more popular than the Razor Shark Fins are currently. Then again, we've noticed the Shark Fins have been going downhill as the years went on. At the moment, we always thought 2014 was the best year we've been through, but I know for a fact we're never going to have a year like that again. But we hope that we can at least have a year that can be satisfactory again. So, this is Black. Hopefully Blogan will return whenever, and I will hopefully return at a later time, so see you everyone.